Welcome back, everyone, and we are on our second part of 7.4, which is SPS 7D2. And in this case, we're going to be looking at women in the workforce, and that's going to be looking at both their presence in the workforce and equity in the workforce. And you can see here, we're looking at female income as a percentage of male income, and you can see that there is definitely a difference. And in most places, we see disparity between what women make and what men make. Now, more women are in the formal workforce, meaning that they work outside the home for wages than ever before. But the kinds of jobs that they can get and their presence in certain sectors of the economy varies a lot, especially depending on what or how developed the overall country is. Women are expected to work at home with unpaid labor in things like housekeeping, cleaning, cooking, and childcare, which limits their full participation in the formal workforce. Globally, women spend about twice the time working in unpaid domestic labor than men do. And this can push women into working in the informal economy instead of the formal one because it's more flexible in terms of time and place. Women can take in work that they can do at home, or they can work shorter hours. But labor conditions and wages tend to be less or worse than they are in the formal economy. Women also make up a large part of the agricultural workforce in the developing world, especially in areas with high rates of subsistence farming, but also in places with low overall GDPs where women may work as low or unpaid labor and the overall economy is less developed and in lower sectors. What is considered men's work and women's work varies by country and time period. Men, for example, were considered to be clerical workers in the 1800s, like that was a man's job. But now it's considered a woman's job and is often taken up by women in countries like the United States, while in India, clerical work is still male dominated, and it has been since it was first introduced. As the perspective on what is women's work changes, more women often join the workforce, but their wages are generally lower than men's doing the same work. And it's between 20 to 30% lower than what men make for the same job. And women tend to be more excluded from the highest levels of the economy, like the quaternary and quinary sector, even in developed economies. So they're in the workforce, but the equity of their representation is not where it maybe should be. And it also, like I said, it depends on where you are in the world. Some places have more equity than others. But it's important to note overall that women generally are not paid the same for the same amount of work, regardless of what level the economy is in a country. All right, that's going to take us to our last EK for this topic. So I'll be back with you shortly to pick up with our last one.